Hello everyone, and welcome to another very beautiful and a very instructive chess game of Paul Morphy. And in this game, Paul Morphy is playing with the white pieces, and his opponent is Samuel Boden. And this game was played in 1858 in London. Paul Morphy starts the game with playing e4. Samuel Boden played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, Italian opening, knight to f6. We have the Italian game, two knights defense, knight to g5, d5, e takes on d5, knight to a5, attacking the bishop, d3, h6, attacking the knight. Paul Morphy played knight to f3, knight takes on c4, d takes on c4, bishop to d6, knight to c3, a6, bishop to e3, b6, h3, and Samuel Boden castled. Paul Morphy played a3, queen to e7, queen to d2, bishop to f5, queen to e2, bishop to h7, g4, knight to e4, and Paul Morphy captures the knight, knight takes on e4, bishop takes on e4, and then rook to g1, unpinning the knight. But Samuel Boden played queen to f6, attacking the knight two times. And Paul Morphy is defending the knight with the rook to g3, bishop takes knight, rook takes on f3, attacking the queen, queen to h4, rook to g3, e4, attacking the rook again, attacking with the bishop. So Paul Morphy needs to defend his rook. Paul Morphy played rook to g1, and then Samuel Boden captures the pawn. Queen takes on h3, and after this move, Paul Morphy castled. Queen to f3. Boden is offering to exchange the queens, but Paul Morphy is declining the offer. He played queen to d2, a5, king to b1, f6, rook to h1, king to f7, rook from d to g1, king to e7, queen to e1, bishop to f4, rook to h4, rook to g8, rook from g to h1, g5, attacking the rook, and Paul Morphy captures the pawn, rook takes on h6, bishop takes bishop, f takes on e3, rook from a to f8, rook to f1, attacking the queen, queen takes on g4, and Paul Morphy played a very important move. He played queen to c3, attacking on f6, and black can't defend the pawn. So we have king to d7, and then rook takes on f6, rook from f takes on f6, rook takes rook, queen takes on f6, king to c8, rook to h7, infiltrating on the 7th rank, king to b8, queen to c6 by Paul Morphy, and Paul Morphy is threatening checkmate in two moves, so defending with the rook to c8, rook to d7, queen to g1 check, king to a2, and then queen takes on e3, and Samuel Boden has two dangerously passed pawns. So Paul Morphy played d6, and black is losing in this position, so Samuel Boden is playing queen to c5. He wants to exchange the queens and leaving the pawn on e4. After d6, if something like c takes on d6, then queen to b7, that's checkmate. And if g4, then rook takes on c7. The only defense, rook takes rook, queen takes on c7, king to somewhere else, and then d7. And it's impossible to stop this pawn, besides sacrificing the queen. So black needs to resign in this position. So that's why Samuel Boden played queen to c5, and Paul Morphy captures the pawn, queen takes on e4, king to a7, c3, a4, queen to d5, Queen takes queen, c takes on d5, b5, d takes on c7, king to b6, d6, defending on c7. And in this position, simply white has 2 extra pawns, and this position is definitely losing for black. But black didn't resign, and black played g4, hoping to promote a queen, hoping for some kind of a miracle, and Morphy played rook to d8. And this was a killer move. We have king to b7, and Morphy played another killer move. He played d7. And it looks like Morphy is blundering his c-pawn. So Samuel Boden captures the pawn, rook takes on c7. And it's white to move. And can you guess the next move of Morphy? What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Well, Morphy played a very obvious move, and if you're a grandmaster or a very experienced chess player, probably you're laughing right now. Or maybe you're a beginner level player, I don't know your level, but even a beginner level player can see this very obvious move. So can you see that move? Well, Morphy played rook to b8, sacrificing the rook, and Samuel Boden captures the rook. What else? And then Morphy promoted to a queen. D-pawn promoted to a queen at move 50. A very beautiful endgame by Morphy. So after promoting a queen, Samuel Boden resigned. And another very beautiful chess game by Morphy in 1858, London. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.